Loyalty is its own reward. Welcome to the Lion Showcase. Oh, I'm delighted to present it. It's tinged with a little bit of sadness painting this Primarch. When I first started commission painting, it was because I wanted to paint Angron. I was flicking around on my phone in work when I really should have been working. And Angron popped up. Oh my god, I'll never paint a World Eater's army, but I really want to paint that miniature. And I thought, you know, somebody out there might want to pay me to do it. Painted him, sold on eBay, and that was the start of something that's gone on to become my career. It's created a business, it's put a roof over my head, and it's putting food in my kid's belly. It all started with Angron all that time ago. So seeing the Son of the Forest being released and knowing there's only one left, oh gosh, yeah, it feels like we are fast approaching an end of whatever it was that we had. Yeah, looking back through the paint, I mean, just looking back through the miniatures, how blessed have we been with the sculpts that have been made? They might be the best sculpts ever created in this scale. And to have them mass manufactured for people to paint and enjoy and play with, it's just been such a pleasure to be a part of during that time. But let's have a look at the Lion, shall we? So tackling black. It feels like it's been my life's work. Working on something like this allows us to tint the greys with warm or cool colours, because he's a much bigger surface, he's a much bigger miniature to work on. We can even overlap them for stronger, deeper polishes. So when building up the highlights on your own miniatures, when building up the highlights on your own black, try and add a small amount of a cool colour in there. Then right at the end, add a warm colour. So for example, we can use purples and blues to mix up with the dark greys and build it up with white. And then right at the end, we can come in with maybe something like a yellow or light skin tone to polish off the highlight, and that's what gives it that depth, that luster, that sheen. It helps dramatize the shift in tone without relying on value alone, and values that scale from black to white. One thing you may notice from the video to the pictures is that there have been a few alterations. This was painted on commission for a client who wanted to change the cloak, wanted to change just a few details on it towards the end, so that's the reason for the disparity between the two. Another thing you'll also notice is that it's been magnetized. I found the magnets on magnets.com, I believe is, hold on, no, First for Magnets, that's the name of the store. All different kinds of varieties. I believe this was the 1x1mm. It gives a really good strong hard bond to the wrists and means it's not going to fall off mid-battle. If you were going to buy your own Lion, I would highly suggest though that you pick an option. I have a magnetized army, my Blood Angels are magnetized. I cannot tell you the frustration that you gain from losing, or the frustration you experience by losing bits and pieces, and it might happen with your own centerpiece miniatures, and that's what this miniature is. It's a centerpiece miniature. Choose an option, go with it, and enjoy your miniature. I mean, hell, you can always buy another one for another option. The miniature itself is just such a pleasure to paint. I mean, Simon's done such a good job again sculpting this piece. It really feels like it captures the essence of this character. The Lion, the arrogance, the swordsman that he is, it's one of those poses that stays in between static and in movement. By that I mean, a lot of people like the Primarch sculpts who are in action, so when you're playing them in game they look like they're skewering someone, they're beating somebody up, and a lot of people like the more static ones where they are pointing almost like they're posing for portraiture. I think this miniature straddles that divide where he certainly put in a very dramatic pose, but something statuesque about him as well. Just can't say enough good things about this sculpt. And if you've ever painted a Space Marine, if you've ever been interested in it, of course you have been because you're listening to this very niche video, we're all into knights. It's every young person's dream that they want to grow up to be a knight at some point in their lives, and that is what the lion is. He's a future space knight, pumped up to 11. The sculpt itself is very reminiscent of those kind of tropes you'd want to incorporate into knightly virtue. Even as a cue for this miniature, I took Charlton Heston from El Cid, classic film, but I used that as a colour reference for the coloration of the lion's face. Okay, so the pale cream cloak frames the miniature well. I'd love to paint the inner cloak red though for the next commission, and I have been given the go-ahead for that, thankfully. Red, black and gold signifies the imperial household, and it will be fitting for the lion to bear the heraldry of terror. The hint of green in the cloak, of course, signifies his relationship to Caliban. This is the video showcase. Alongside this video tutorial, alongside this video series, there's a full video tutorial series covering every aspect of this miniature, and in production at the moment is a PDF to accompany that. So if you did want to learn the tricks, if you did want to see everything in eye-bleeding 4K, please please consider joining the Patreon. We have nearly 4 years worth of material on there. We've been releasing a video at least once a week with projects ranging from exploration of materials, non-metallic, true metallic, Primarchs, full inclusive projects with accompanying PDF materials. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one.